the laws of resistance, the laws of gravity. These are not open for debate. These are not suggestions. Gravity is gravity. It works the same, and it's worked the same for 400 years. Why are we content with the 9/11 Commission report that does not accept the immutable laws of physics? Why are we content with the 9/11 Commission report that does not even mention this original World Trade Center 7 building? If you take a look at what was inside the building, it will seem even more ridiculous. In the original World Trade Center 7, there was an office of the CIA, an office of the FBI, that several world banks had their offices and computer files in that building. And also, Mayor Rudy Giuliani had his own private security bunker in that building. It was easily some of the most valuable and well-protected real estate in the downtown area. And yet the 9/11 Commission report did not even mention it once. And people saw this live on TV. Dan Rather literally said that it had to have been dynamite in the buildings, because if you know anything about buildings, they don't come down like that. This is Dan Rather live as Building 7 was collapsing said this. Peter Jennings said that anyone who knows anything about steel constructed buildings knows that you have to get to the inner infrastructure of a building. That is why the 9/11 Commission report told an outright lie and said that those buildings had no inner support columns. Go home tonight and look on the internet. I am not full of crap. Look on the internet and look at the 48 steel columns sticking out of those buildings as they are being constructed. Then read the 9/11 Commission report and read the words. Those buildings were modern marvels of construction because they had no inner support columns. Why would Building 7 not be reported on? Why would we not want to know how a 48-story building collapsed in 6 seconds? Because this is the new World Trade Center 7. Are you surprised that you never heard about it? Well, you have to go home to Mars.
We have the Egyptian government, we have the Filipino government, other governments prior to the attacks in the 1990s saying that Al-Qaeda would use airplanes to attack the World Trade Center. We have FBI whistleblowers like Sibel Edmonds saying, I saw papers that said Al-Qaeda would use airplanes to crash them into the World Trade Center. And Condoleezza Rice has the gall to say we never heard of such a plan to fly airplanes into buildings. Go look up Operation Bojinka, a 1993 Al-Qaeda plot to assassinate the Pope, in which they discussed flying an airplane into the Pentagon. And USA Today came out with an article in 2005 with the headline, NORAD had drills eerily similar to September 11th. The CIA and Pentagon was running drills the day of 9/11 of airplanes flying into the Pentagon and World Trade Center. Another coincidence? Come on, people. The day before the attacks, Donald Rumsfeld said that $2 trillion is missing from the Pentagon. But let's not talk about that. Or the fact that $12 trillion is missing since the bailouts began. $12 trillion missing from the Treasury. Not $700 billion, as the mainstream media reported. $12 trillion missing from the government. And Ben Bernanke and Hank Paulson say we don't know where the missing money is. And if we audit the Federal Reserve, the economy's going to crash. Well, no, their credibility's going to crash because we know that it's not federal, it's a private bank, and there are no reserves. The country's been bankrupted. America is already bankrupt. They're trying to implement a cashless society. Wired magazine, about a month ago, said that we should all get microchips in our arms, and then 5 years from now, there isn't going to be any more cash. Wired magazine, don't take a word of what I'm saying. Investigate now. Get involved now. We don't have time. The CIA is publishing advertisements in the local newspaper, hiring people. They're getting desperate. We're winning, but we need to take action now. Obama is going to be at the Security and Prosperity meeting in a couple of days to renegotiate the North American Union, which Bush signed into effect in 2005, a treaty between Mexico and Canada that merges the economy as well as the government and the infrastructure. President Obama is continuing the Bush policy. Even liberals, even Democrats are attacking Obama. Why are we still in Iraq? Obama just passed a $106 billion war spending package for Iraq and Afghanistan. Associated Press. And I'm a conspiracy theorist for telling you I'm crazy for printing out articles from my printer and telling you about it. I'm a terrorist, according to the Department of Homeland Security.